Hey everyone, and welcome to our third instalment of our track guide series. We're here at Winton Motor Raceway in our lovely i30N Sedan Safety Car again, so come for a ride and we'll show you the way around. Winton Raceway is located near Benalla in central Victoria, 219 kilometres or a 2-hour drive north of Melbourne and just over an hour south of Albury. The track is 3 kilometres long with 13 corners and was first opened in 1961. It hosts a variety of race events from supercars and the Super Cheap Auto TCR Australia Championship to amateur club meets, and is an extremely popular location for public track days to experience the full performance of your N. So, here's some handy hints to get the best from your car when attending a track day at Winton. Alright, welcome everyone to Winton Motor Raceway, one of the most regularly used circuits in Australia, which is fantastic. Anyway, from race cars to your road cars. Obviously here we are in the Hyundai i30N Sedan Safety Car for the Buchan Speed Series. I'm going to take you through a tour again. I've got my track maps up on my dash in my i30N. And here we are in the turn 1 braking, usually just before the road that leads here. When you're confident, you can grab a little bit of curb sometimes, but just starting out, avoid it. Keep the car in the same gear through the chicane and then accelerate. Try not to get onto the curb on the outside here of turn 2. It's quite serrated and it can drag the car off into a wall that's very close. Over into turn 3, nice late braking. It's a very square corner, so don't turn in too soon. You want to try and spot the apex. It's quite late. Use the curb on the outside if you're confident, but it can sort of suck the car out to the dirt. Again, on the inside of turn 4, likewise on the outside of turn 4. You can grab a little bit of curb, but again, you don't want to get too much because it can unsettle the car, particularly on a road tyre. So into the long left sweeper now, one of the most important and the fastest corner we have here, as brave as you can be. It's very bumpy. So you might want to play with the settings in your car for this track, and particularly for here, because if it's too stiff, maybe you want to come back a little bit in the suspension, particularly for the change of direction where I am now and for the braking. You want to make sure the car's balanced so you can actually slow it down for the super slow right-hander here. So you got 3 settings in your ends for suspension. Might need the middle setting or even soft depending on how your tires are. Coming around the tree, again, super bumpy here. So if the car's too stiff, it'll throw you off the road. So keep it nice and close. Don't overdrive this section of the track. You really want to make sure that you're not firing it in too hard and losing on the exits. Slowest corner on the track, right-hander, use the curb, prop yourself up on the exit there, get the power down. Might turn the heated seat down a bit actually. Not too bad a day in Winton for once, thank you Victoria. Braking super late. It's actually a much later braking zone than what you think here. Coming into what is the newer section of the track. Once it was extended, this last little 2 straights were extra. So very late braking into all of these corners. Super important that you are late on the brakes. You're maximizing those braking zones and getting the car slowed down enough to actually get the power down on the exit. Now, all the hard work is done pretty much at this point. The last 2 corners are where a lot of people throw it away. You want to run as close to the curb here as you can without running off the road. Come slightly back to you, the track, so you have to be careful not to get too greedy. And then the very last corner, open the wheel, straighten the car as quickly as you can down the main straight for a lap around Winton Raceway. Got my N watch on here. That was a pretty good one. Better than some of the laps I did earlier, in fact, today. So hopefully it's a good weekend for us, and hopefully you can take a few tips for your road car when you go to Winton.